Open your phone, scroll through Twitter. What do you see? Memes, news, and a disturbing amount of hate directed at Indians. It's insidious, it's relentless, and it's growing. This isn't about lighthearted jokes. This is about prejudice, plain and simple. We're not talking about isolated incidents. We're talking about a pattern of bigotry, amplified by the echo chambers of social media. This isn't just happening in the dark corners of the internet. It's happening on mainstream platforms, in comment sections, and even in direct messages. This isn't just words on a screen. These attacks have real-world consequences. They fuel discrimination, incite violence, and erode the fabric of our society. It's time to call it out for what it is: racism. Let's talk about stereotypes. The old, tired tropes that get trotted out to dehumanize an entire people. Unhygienic street food? Check. Rape statistics? Check. These aren't just harmless generalizations. They're weapons of prejudice, wielded to paint an entire culture with a single, distorted brushstroke. These stereotypes ignore the diversity and richness of Indian culture. They erase the contributions of millions of Indians who have made their mark on the world. They reduce a vibrant, multifaceted community to a caricature. And the worst part? These stereotypes are often presented as jokes. But there's nothing funny about reducing an entire culture to a punchline. These jokes perpetuate harmful narratives and silence the voices of those who are marginalized. Here's a thought. Could India's growing global influence be fueling the fire? As India rises economically and politically, it seems some people are threatened. This isn't about jealousy. It's about fear. Fear of a changing world order. Fear of a power shift. Suddenly, the same people who ignored India for decades are paying attention. And some of them don't like what they see. They see a country that's proud of its heritage, that's unafraid to challenge the status quo, that's making its voice heard on the world stage. This backlash isn't about criticizing India. It's about undermining its achievements, discrediting its people, and maintaining the old hierarchies of power. It's about clinging to a world where certain voices are silenced and certain narratives go unchallenged. Section 4, the Israel connection. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, Israel. India's support for Israel has made it a target of hate, particularly from certain groups. This isn't about debating the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. It's about recognizing how a complex geopolitical issue is being weaponized to fuel racism. India's foreign policy is its own. But when criticism of that policy spills over into bigotry against Indian people, we need to call it out. You can disagree with a government's stance without resorting to racist attacks. This isn't about stifling debate. It's about drawing a line in the sand. It's about saying that hate speech is never acceptable, no matter the context. It's about standing up for what's right, even when it's uncomfortable. Section 5. Challenging the narrative. So what do? We fight back. We challenge the stereotypes. We amplify marginalized voices. We educate ourselves and others. We don't let hate win. This isn't just about Indians. This is about all of us who believe in a world where everyone is treated with dignity and respect. It's about recognizing that an attack on one community is an attack on all of us. We need to have those uncomfortable conversations. We need to call out racism wherever we see it. We need to support organizations that are fighting for justice and equality. Section 6. Building bridges, not walls. The internet can be a toxic place, but it can also be a powerful tool for change. Let's use it to build bridges, not walls. Let's use it to amplify voices of understanding, empathy, and compassion. This isn't about being politically correct. It's about being human. It's about recognizing our shared humanity despite our differences. It's about creating a world where everyone feels safe, respected, and valued. We have a responsibility to do better, to be better, to create a world where everyone can thrive, regardless of their race, religion, or ethnicity. The time for change is now. Let's make it happen.